What if I told you football's greatest trophies weren't won by players alone? Behind every dynasty stands a mastermind, a manager with a secret. One conquered football through mentality, another changed the game through tactics, one turned psychology into a weapon, and one completely redefined how modern football is played. Today, we're uncovering the secrets of 5 legendary coaches who changed football forever. In 1986, Manchester United was a giant sleeping in the shadows. The club hadn't won a league title in decades. Pressure was enormous. Many believed the manager would be sacked before he could succeed. But Alex Ferguson understood something others didn't. Winning starts in the mind. He demanded discipline, built a culture of accountability, trusted young players, and created a belief that no match was ever lost. The result was 13 Premier League titles, 2 Champions League trophies, and one of football's greatest dynasties. But while Ferguson mastered mentality, the next coach mastered something even more powerful: space. For decades, football focused on strength, speed, physical battles. Then Pep Guardiola arrived and asked a different question. What if controlling space was more important than controlling players? Guardiola's secret wasn't possession, it was positioning. Every player occupied specific spaces, creating passing angles, overloads, and constant numerical advantages. His Barcelona side became one of the greatest teams football has ever seen, and his ideas continue to influence coaches around the world. But what happens when you don't have the best players? That's where the next mastermind comes in. Most managers dream of coaching superstars. José Mourinho became famous for defeating them. His teams weren't always favorites, yet somehow, they kept winning. Mourinho's greatest weapon wasn't tactical, it was psychological. He protected his players, distracted the media, and placed pressure squarely on opponents. For Mourinho, football was psychological chess. Porto shocked Europe, Inter conquered Barcelona, and Mourinho became known as the special one. But while Mourinho focused on pressure, the next coach focused on energy. Liverpool had spent decades chasing former glory. Fans were losing hope. The Premier League title seemed impossible. Klopp's secret wasn't just pressing, it was belief. His famous gegenpressing turned defense into attack. But more importantly, he convinced players they could achieve the impossible. Champions League winners, Premier League champions, a sleeping giant awakened, and finally, the coach whose greatest strength is adapting to everyone else. Football constantly changes. New tactics, new trends, new systems. Many managers struggle to keep up. Carlo Ancelotti does something rare. He adapts. Instead of forcing players into his system, he builds the system around his players. That's why superstars trust him, and why he keeps winning. League titles across Europe, multiple Champions League trophies, and a legacy built on flexibility. Different personalities, different tactics, different philosophies. Yet every legendary coach shares 3 qualities: tactical intelligence, psychological mastery, and adaptability. Because football's greatest battles aren't always fought on the pitch, sometimes they're won on the touchline. You can only choose one: Ferguson, Guardiola, Mourinho, Klopp, or Ancelotti. Who is the greatest football coach of all time? Comment below and defend your choice. And if you love football stories, tactics, and legendary moments, subscribe to EB Sport News.